out of the chicks that he wanted to kiss, he kissed the bride, dog.
What the?
So he literally kissed.
He drunk?
No, he was drinking a little, but he was like not enough kiss.
But the bride was trying to kiss him. What's poppin'? It's your boy Moses, aka Nomo, chilling right here in the Lit Outlet Podcast with a very special guest, Mister
Johnny. What's up?
Well, welcome to Southgate. Probably the first and last time you're ever gonna be in Southgate. No one ever comes here unless it's for the Lit Outlet Podcast. So, well, how do you feel like? What do you think about the city when you drove by?
So I feel like it's so different, bro. Like as soon as pulling up, like I got off the freeway, I had to like bump out some Ice Cube because it's a whole other vibe, dog. Like it's just so different coming out here compared to like out there. It's like it's hood and it's cool and we got some nice areas, but like out here, it's just like it's kind of like a nostalgic feel in a way.
Like the energy,
but you just feel so different out here. Like you feel like, damn, this is like California, you know, it's so different. Like over there, you're like, I'm not IE, it's kind of California, but out here, you're like, okay, you see the palm trees, you see like the buildings, you see the fucking all that shit, the businesses. So it's just a whole nother vibe out here, dog.
Yeah, I think so too. Like when I'm out there, say I'm out in Rialto or Fontana for whatever it is, like it's kind of weird. Like, you can see straight through the mountains, like you can see everything over here because of the buildings or the houses. Blocks. Like everything you see is just buildings, and then the sky, right?
Yeah.
But when you're out there on the freeway driving off, I think the 215 or the 10, you just see like desert and shit.
Yeah, it's just plain. So for sure, it's so different. Like out there, I love where I live because we have like mountains and all that stuff. It's just so cool being in this area where you and I are at because if you drive 1 hour that way, you got snow. You drive this way, you got fucking beach. You go over there, you got Hollywood. Like you have everything out here, dog. It's just it's pricey as fuck, dog.
They be taxing,
dog.
It's basically its own little country, you know.
Yeah.
LA County could be a country, dog.
Yeah, man.
Sure.
It's just so, and it's just I love the diversity, dog. Like you got everybody out here. You know, it's
Facts.
not like it's like my primos in Mexico. They'll be like, oh, like do I have to learn English? Like I was like, no, like you can pull up with no English. People are gonna understand you. Like there's gonna be somebody to understand you, and it's so cool. Like you can come from anywhere, and it's so like accepted here. It's so like okay, like we adjust to your language.
Well, especially so cool. Spanish. Like Spanish is spoken almost anywhere.
Yeah, it's crazy how much like Spanish has like come to be. Like back then it was like, oh, people had to learn English. Now it's like, now you got to learn Spanish to be better. Back then, like you need to learn English to get a better job. Now you need to know Spanish to get a better job.
Yeah, you got to be bilingual. And then I think all of my job interviews that I've ever been on, they're like, oh, are you bilingual? Like, what do you speak? I speak Spanish like fluently. I'm like, yeah, pretty much. You know, like I'm pretty good at it. And they're like, oh, fuck, hell yeah, dude. Like, it's like, automatic, like, he's in.
He's hired. I'm like, bro, I'll fucking sell myself and I'll be like, hey, like, I know how to do this shit in 10 seconds. That's fine. I could get another dude. I know Spanish. Oh, you're hired. I know. I'll bring that Spanish card to the end, too. Are you bilingual? Yes, I am.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, shit, I'm going to hire this one.
Yeah, for sure. The Spanish card, because they'd be like, oh, I speak Cantonese or I speak Mandarin or I speak Pakistani.
All right. Because, like, you got to find a certain job for those. Like, you work at, like, a warehouse where you do phone calls and stuff like maybe like that, but for the most part, bro, you go to a grocery store, they need somebody to know Spanish. Yeah. Or there'll be a bunch of like people that don't know Spanish. You're like, anybody here speak Spanish? I do.
Yeah.
You know?
It's definitely worked out. I mean, I remember one time it backfired though, because Spanish is like a muscle, you know, you got to practice it. And then I always grew up in a house where like my parents would talk to us in Spanish, but I would reply in English.
Yeah.
Right? So in my head, I'm like, I know Spanish, dog. So I got hired in Huntington Park right here, HP. And it was a mostly Spanish-speaking community. Yeah. And my first day on the job, I was like, I was stuttering crazy, dog. Shit. Yeah, same. But like, you know, eventually you'll get the hang of it.
Yeah, for sure. It's so true. And I mean, for me, like, what happened for me was I used to work at Staters, and I remember they tried to have me like I was the only one at the time that knew Spanish as an employee. So they had trouble with a lady and like, oh, who knows Spanish? I was like, I do, and like I ended up helping a lady, and she just needed like paper towels. It's over here. Yeah. So like they're like, oh, things like, hey, like when a lady comes in and you know somebody needs help that speaks Spanish, like you can help. I was like, I want to get paid more. Yeah. I was like, you want me to be doing that? Like, I'm not here to be a bilingual person. I was hired on just like everybody else. Why do I get paid the same as everybody else if I speak both languages?
Did they give you a raise?
Hell no, they didn't. They're like, hey, you're more than welcome to leave whenever you want. I was like, all right, then it's cool, man. But yeah, fuck that.
You gotta try though. You gotta try.
Yeah, you gotta try to shoot your shot. So I was like, you know, whatever. Like, it's all good. I'm cool to like just do that. And I should stay. But I was like, these people need to not ask me to translate because I was like, I don't know anybody that speaks Spanish.
Do you come out here to LA a lot? You got family and shit, or you just come party and stuff?
I don't even party. I'll come work out here for DJing shit because I DJ. But like, when I come out here, I come here for the beach because ain't no beach out there unless it rained or something. You got some kind of water,
puddle.
But yeah, puddle and shit. Dude, goes for me there. But like in the sewer. But besides that, we fucking have beaches out here. So like for sure, I come out here like. I don't even want to put everybody on. I'll put everybody on. Fuck it. Like the spot that I go to is in Newport. The spot I have is in Newport.
Bolsa Chica?
And No, it's called Balboa Beach.
Oh, Balboa.
So Balboa Peninsula. So where I go, it's like empty, bro. Like it's cool empty though. Like when you go like on the other side, like Santa Monica and all that, packed as a motherfucker. You gotta pay so much for parking. You can't find parking. It's a bitch.
Yeah, anywhere from like Santa Monica down to Venice, down to Hermosa, Manhattan Beach, it's all bad, dog.
Yeah, it's just too much. It's all burned out. So it's just like touristy and all that. Compared to me, like I'm not going to the beach unless you like that vibe and you like to go hang out and be with a bunch of people and Ferris wheel and all that. Cool, tight.
Yeah.
But me, I like to relax at the beach. Like I like to catch a drink, just chill.
Are you going in the water?
Sometimes
I don't go in
it's
the water.
It's cold
dog.
as a bitch.
It's cold, but it's dirty, dog.
Yeah, it's
all the sewers they lead into the ocean. So if you get in the water anywhere from Santa Monica to Manhattan Beach, the water's green for a reason, dog. It's nasty. So where you go, it's already more down the road or whatever.
Yeah,
so it's a little bit cleaner.
Yeah,
but to me, dog, this water's nasty. Dog.
Yeah. So it's just like I'll go in it just to put my feet in, but I don't go swimming in it. Yeah. I don't even know how to swim. So no. Like
that shit'll fuck you up.
I know how to. I think I know how to swim, but I kind of don't because
you don't want to risk it.
No, because like when I was a kid, I didn't know how, and like the whole fucking Mexican thing, my brother pushed me in to learn.
And you started like, swallowing water.
Yeah, so I drowned. So my brother went in after me, and I was already like drowning from the fucking bottom. So when he picked me back up, I swam, but now I'm scarred to fucking death. So now I'm just traumatized. So
yeah,
do I know how to swim? Yeah. Do I want to swim? No.
you got PTSD from swimming.
Fuck that. I'm all scarred up. So no, hell no. But so like. I love going to the beach because the beach I go to, it has everything. The spot I go to has parking
and like a shower and shit.
Yeah,
is that where the RVs are at?
I haven't seen RVs, but probably around there.
Okay.
Because like where I go, it doesn't start charging you for parking until 10 a.m. Okay. So if I go at 8, I can't even chill there for 2 hours and just go home, and I don't pay for parking. But if I want to do a day thing, because I did that shit last year for my birthday.
Dang, you're smart, dog. You know all the little tricks.
I gotta work the system, man. So I go to the beach a lot.
You always been like that, working the system?
Yeah, hell, you gotta be smart. Like I have an app. I ain't gonna do promo, so fuck that. But
no free promo.
But it's an app, and it basically just gets it tells you parking spots that are cheap. So you can rent it through the app, or you go and it'll be that price. So I'll go and do that. So I just already figure out where to park, and I'm paying this much over here. So I plan my shit out. I'm really all about itineraries.
Do you think you got that from your parents? Like, where are your parents from?
My parents are from Michoacan.
Okay.
From Mexico. So like,
because my parents we grew up poor, right? So we
same.
penny pinched, and like we have to look out. Well, my mom does not really like that, but my dad is hella penny pincher. You know, is that something you get from your parents?
Yeah, I think it's a Mexican thing in general. But you're just like, hey, we have it, but don't spend like. You have to know the value of like money. Like your dad works hard for this. Like don't go blowing your money.
Yeah, it's got to be a good price or a good deal.
Yeah, and obviously as a kid you didn't give a fuck. You're like, I want the fucking GTA. Like I want that shit. Like come on, it's worth it. But now you're like, nah. Like I need to chill. I think as a young kid, I just kind of got put on the whole like I was given money, and when they were like, okay, go buy that game then. No, it's a lot. Like it's coming out of my pocket. Yeah. So it's like, and that's how you learn. And obviously, like that's how I started getting into like DJing shit. I wanted to make money, and that's why I started making money as a kid, because it was like, you gotta pay for yourself, or else you gotta fucking wait to get those shoes.
What's the vibe out there in Fontana growing up compared to now?
The vibe, like how?
Like the city's changing, people are changing.
Bro,
people moving in, moving out.
It's so fucking different now, because now like they had an upgrade for it's like the whole city had like an update, because it just had to like in my city it was just cool and it was chill, like nothing really around. Your kid was just going to the park, but now like okay, hey, people are bored now, like they need some shit. So now we got fucking canes out there. We got a bunch of Dutch bros. Like it's just upgrading so much shit. Like where I live, like nearby, it was just dirt everywhere. Like it was no stores. Now the whole shopping center, gas stations, like I'm like, okay, like it's cool to live out here now. Like it's tight.
That's what I noticed too, because I worked for this trucking company for a minute.
Yeah.
And their headquarters was in Rialto. Mm-hmm. So sometimes I had to like go out there for like paperwork, or I had to like do missions out there to take like loads and shit, right? Mm. And I'll drive by, I'm like, damn, they got malls out here now. They got outlets. They got In-N-Out over here. They got movie theaters. Like before, we used to always drive through the 10 to go to Arizona, because I got family in Arizona. And like there's nothing on the way over there.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, and for sure there's places still like that, like Victorville and Hesperia. Like, dude, it's dark out there. Like, y'all ain't got lights out here. Like,
street lights.
No, like, bro, you either have to go running your errands before 6 p.m. or you're dick. Like, you just have to go like right in the dark. And like with me, dude, like I've tinted ass windows, so it ain't that easy to fucking see in the super dark. So I'm I need to get the fuck out of here, dog.
And then also too, like over here in Southgate, I went to Southgate High, and it was the only high school for a minute And then actually in 10th grade, they created a new high school called Southeast, right? It's in the border of Watts and Southgate.
Okay.
And they took half of our graduating class and sent them over there, and half stayed here. So it was I had kind of a fucked up high school, dog, because I lost a lot of friends because of that. But now we got 4 high schools, dog. We got 4 fucking high schools. We got a Walmart. We got an In-N-Out, which is always busy, which is fucking crazy to me. We got Panda and shit. And before, we had to go to different cities to go get anything.
Yeah. Well, same here. Like, for us, like, back then, we didn't have shit to do. Like, it was either like, people that are from the IE, you fucking know. All we had was Ontario Mills and the Swap Meet, dog. Or go drink. Like, what the fuck you gonna do at 16? Like, you can't do shit. Like, there's nothing to do. That's why, and me, like, I love going out, dog. So, I was always about LA. I'm gonna go to Hollywood. I'm gonna go to fucking the Universal City Walk. I'm gonna go do the downtown Disney. You got everything out here.
Yeah, it's crazy because I don't go to none of those places.
No, at all?
Never, dude.
Well, I mean,
it's weird. It's one of those things because I live here. Like, it's like, eh.
Well, same thing out there. Like, you're like, oh shit, like whatever. Like, same thing as like people that don't live out here, like from Cali. They're like, the beach is right next to you. I'll be there every day. Yeah, you say that, but until you live out here, it's like, oh yes, to drive, traffic, bro. Like, to go to Newport, it'll be like 40 minutes or 45 minutes to get there. Then when you come back, 2 hours and a half. What the fuck? Like, nah,
I'm like you're driving to fucking San Diego or some shit.
Yeah, like and it is 2 hours. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm like, I ain't been doing all that shit. Like, either you gotta be out here for the day and kick it, or you gotta fucking be home before 4 because they get fucked. Because people are getting out of work and all that. Unless you go on the weekend, then it's even more packed because everybody's traveling.
Oh, you say you DJ too? How'd you get into DJing?
Oh, so I got into DJing because there's something the homie Gazelle.
Okay.
So shout out Gazelle because he invited me one day and he was like, hey, like, you want to come accompany me to a party? And like that's what his system. And I was like, okay, cool. And I seen him and I was like, oh, this is fun, it's cool. And then what got me, he got paid and I was like, oh shit, like you got that, like, and I did, and obviously we're kids, so he wasn't charging crazy. So I was like, oh shit, I want to do this.
But someone hired a kid to DJ the party?
It was just family members.
Okay.
So like, you know, like they want to give some money. So I was like, tight. But he did parties, like his dad knew people. So obviously he like spread his shit out. And he's like, hey, my son DJs. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And they always want to give the kid the opportunity to make some money. So I was like, tight. So I got that and I told my mom I want a DJ system. Me not knowing the value of $1 or whatever. Like I wanted, but I knew it was expensive. And I was like, I want it so bad. Come on. And mom was like, okay, like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get you your system, simple as system, and you pay me back with your first event. I'm like, that's fine, right? And I'm always like that to this day. I'll just say, yeah, run it. And I'll like that like that's a problem for future Johnny. Like I don't give a fuck. Like that ain't my problem, dog. I'll figure it out when I get there. You feel me? So yeah. Fuck that shit. Like, dude, you got it, dog.
You got it, homie.
So I fucking did that. We fucking me thinking we're gonna go to like Sam Ash or like the DJ store. We go to Swap Meet.
Sick.
And I like now I'm like that's sick as fuck. But back then I was mad the whole way. I was like,
you don't want to be a chunty
no,
DJ.
like you want the brands, bro. You want JBL and all that shit.
Marca, mom.
Yeah. Like that's what I need to get. It's the best. And like we got some simple ass ones, big ass speakers too. And my mom got me like tweeters and like all that shit. So we go, and it was a lot, you know. So we go, and my mom's friend has a party, and always had parties by my house. And she's like, hey, like I want him for DJing, you know. So my mom's like, he DJs, so she got me. And I got like 3 bills. I like that day. And that's a lot for
day.
Yeah, like not the first day, but like my first event. Yeah.
Sick.
So and I was like, dude, like I was 16, 17, like bro. I think I was 15, but I was like,
rich as
yeah,
fuck.
bro. Like I'm like shoes, clothes, and the gig ends, and that's all I'm thinking. And she's paying me, and I see hundreds. I'm like, fuck yeah. And I'm like, damn, this is crazy. And then my mom's like, remember our deal, son of a bitch. I was like, but like I wanted. She's like, remember. Like, fuck.
So you had to pay her the
like,
whole thing?
Yeah, bro. I ended up keeping like, she let me keep like $25. Okay. I was like, fuck.
That's
shit.
still bad. I know how the feeling. I know the feeling. When you're little, like your mom's always, oh, Moy, they call me Moy, right? Like, oh, Moy has money. Look at his wallet. Moy has money in his wallet. So then, like, all right, let's go to the mall. And then I'm like, I want a shirt. Like, all right, pay for it. I'm like, no, you pay for it.
Yeah, like, no, like, I don't want that shirt. Fuck that shirt.
Yeah.
You convince yourself. It's not even that nice, dog.
It's because when you're small, like, you feel like it took you so hard to get the money. Like, you feel like it's never going to come back.
Yeah.
And when you're older, you know, you got a job or you're making money. Like, it's going to come back. It's going to come back. The money's going to come back. Don't trip.
Like, it's okay. Like, on the night that's going to come back. Like okay, I get paid this day. It's cool. But for then, I was like, fuck, okay. And I gave it to her. And she's like, but now it's just ganancia. So now you're just making money now. And I just started doing parties, and bro, I didn't charge anything back then. Back then, I charged like $50 an hour, which is like cool for like a regular job. But as DJing, like you're not paying me for like my time.
Were you showing up?
Yeah, you're showing me for my skill.
And you're bringing your stuff.
Yeah, and I bring my stuff. Like it's not just like I'm getting paid for doing a repetitive ass job. Like I'm bringing the party. I have to bring the energy. Like, I'm making a party. Go have a party without music.
Yeah.
Like,
trash.
It's boring. It's quiet. I've done parties. Well, I've been to parties where it's no DJ and they just leave. Dude, there's no like ambiance. Like, it's none of that. So it's just everybody's dipping early, and people will try to lowball. You get people that are like, oh, like I can't do that price. It's like, bro, like I'm gonna bring you a good party. I'm not basic DJ. I'll be real. Now, like I don't charge 50 an hour, but now like I charge a little more than normal. But I bring stuff to the table. I'm not just any kind of like cheap DJ, you feel me? Like I'm not coming to. I don't see it as a check, like cool money, but like I'm doing this like when I'm DJing, I'm working. I take it serious.
Yeah.
Like other DJs will say, okay, see you then. I tell them, hey, like I will bring this. Like, is there anything you would like me to do? Any cuss words that you don't want me to play? Like, want clean music? You want kid music? Is there something you want? Send me a list of all the songs you want. Makes my job easy. Makes you happy. So I figured out the system too. Like, if I know what music that you want, how are you ever gonna complain to me that I didn't play your shit?
Yeah, and that's all you want when you hire somebody. Like you want to do it. But you also mentioned your boy Gazelle, and that's one of your homies from the podcast, right?
Yeah.
So tell me how you guys got started. How'd you guys all meet each other?
So we started a podcast, Ponte Las Pilas podcast in 2019.
Okay.
And it was the homie Lalo and Dreams that started it. So it was them that just started off just because we kick it every weekend, bro. We kick it all the time. And whenever we did kick it on the weekends, we just fucked around. We drank and just kicked it, and it was fun. And we just made jokes, bro. So like the homie Dreams and Lalo thought of like, why don't we do something about this? And just kind of like, I'm sure that we probably thought back then, oh, like just for the homies to go listen to us, and it would be cool to go look back and hear the jokes.
Right.
Like I'm sure like none of us. Oh, I'm sure we hoped for something to come out of it, but we never expected to come to where we're at now. And you know, even though like we want to just get to the top, like it's just amazing to just be here and just blessed enough to have a podcast to have even one person listen to us. It's just amazing as fuck to just chime in and like laugh for a few hours, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just cool to where we've come. Like we started off just simple equipment, and now you just upgrade as you go. Same thing as my DJ system. You just upgrade as you go, man.
Where do you guys record at?
We record at the homies. So
because it used to be like in a living room, no, and then now it's like a little studio.
Bro, we switch around, dog. Like we just switch around on our shit, and yeah, I mean you kind of have to adjust to like your space, you know. You kind of have to adjust to where you're at. Like I'm sure once we like hopefully one day like get like a studio and stuff like that, like that'd be tired. Or what if we get like a place and just record there? And
content house or something?
Yeah, content house, and like that'd be sick too. So who knows what holds for the future to have, but just as you upgrade your equipment, I'm sure you're gonna like grow the space and stuff like that.
What is like some of the craziest like behind the scenes stories that ever happened like during or before a podcast?
During or before the podcast, dang, I'll say one. I got super fucking drunk, bro. I remember I was drinking so much on the podcast, and we're just drinking and we kept taking shots. I'm like, fuck, like I need to chill, and I think I drink fucking way too much, and just no, I did because after, bro, I was just done. Like I think I knocked the fuck out too. I was just out. But I got mad fucking drunk. I was just talking too much. And I was like, dang, that was a good podcast. And my homies were like, you talked a lot.
Like you didn't know nobody talk?
Like, bro, you were interrupting. I was like, was I? Like, yeah, you're interrupting. And I do that a lot. Yeah. Me, like, I talk more now. Like, I talk a lot now. But when I drink, I talk way fucking more. Like, you got to tell me to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, hey, fool, like, you're talking too much, dog. So that's my issue. So I'll say that's a crazy one, just me talking too much. Like, how about you? Have you ever had any like crazy stuff?
Well, you know, to me, like I named the channel the Lit Outlet, right? Because we get lit and then we let it out, right? The outlet, have a place to platform our feelings or whatever we're into, right? So in the beginning, for sure, we were drinking and doing a lot of shit. Like, so the first year of the podcast or any interview I would do, I'll for sure drink. But lately, I've been kind of cutting back, and I kind of feel like I'm cheating. Like, this is the Lit Outlet. It's supposed to be lit. It's supposed to get fucked up. But it's one of those things where like sometimes you're just a little bit more professional when you're not that fucked up. But it's also I'm having fun when I'm fucked up and talking. But when I look at it and I review the tape, I'm like, dude, you're slurring your words. You're not making no sense. Like it's not enjoyable for the other people. Do you like do you think about that while you're podcasting, or do you wait and rewatch the tape after? Like, fuck, next time I'm gonna do this.
I think for sure. I think there's always so much room for improvement. No matter where you're at in life, I think there's always room for improvement. So, and that's like you keep up with your shit. Like you maintain your like professionalism and just the way you like do the podcast by watching your stuff. Whether or not you feel like you're doing great, like it don't matter if you're way at the top. You should still be watching yourself because then that's how you drop. That's how you slack. But I feel like for you, you can kind of switch that around and be like, well, I'm not drinking, but maybe you bring like the lit content. Like I'm bringing the lit content like energy, not drinking.
Yeah.
Energy. And that's the way you got to do it. But I mean, for me personally, I think me getting fucked up on the pod is much more energy because I'm more into the conversation, just like going. And like I said, I talk way more because sometimes like if you see in the pod, like a lot of times I'm quiet because like I quiet laugh. So like I'll cover my mouth and I'll just be dying. So I may not be talking a lot because I'm so into it hearing it, but I'll laugh. But when I'm drinking more, I talk and I get involved more, and even though I'm laughing, I talk. So I feel like me drinking.
Do you feel like having 4 people in the podcast, like you guys, do you guys have to learn how to let each other talk and shit?
Yes, but the homies always drag me for like, we never let you talk. I'm like, I feel like we don't let each other talk sometimes just because it's normal. Like whether or not you're doing a podcast, like everybody wants to say something and has a joke to say, this fool's dumb. Oh yeah, he's dumb, and everybody's like, everybody's all joining in and shit. So I feel like with anybody that's just a group, there's bound to be any interruption and just.
And then you guys have real like famous people on your podcast. How are you guys putting these great guests, and who are some of your favorite guests?
Dang, I feel like I've loved all the guests I've pulled through. I say just kind of like they'll either see our content and like want to slide through, or like if we're interested in somebody, I feel like we just kind of like reach out to them. Honestly, like it's the homies that run it, that run all that stuff. So I'm not quite sure how we hit them up, but the homies are the ones that be like reaching out. So I'm not sure how they go about that, but yeah, I mean, I say just probably just interest in each other. Like all the people we bring on because we like them. Like everybody who's on our podcast is because we fuck with what they're doing, and
you're like a fan.
We're a fan. Like we support them, and we just like love them. And if there's somebody that we haven't had on yet, it's because in time, like everything has its time to come, and also busy schedules. Your schedules have to align and stuff, because like how we were supposed to record the other day, like we switch it up. Like we're gonna come and like do that. So now we just think of a time. We're like, okay, 2, because it was like 4, right? I was supposed to come at 4, so now I came at 2. So now it's like, okay, now we switch that up. It's just your schedule has to line up and stuff like that, because everybody has daily lives. Like how you told me earlier, like you have to go pick up your son that's from school sometimes. Like it's just like stuff like that just kind of gets in the schedule. So I think just adjusting. How'd you come about starting your podcast too?
Well, first, the channel in the beginning was I did like a taste test with I always knew I wanted to do YouTube, right? So back in 2016 and shit, 2015, I started and I did like a video like whiskey taste testing, right? And I did it okay. Sick. And then after that, I'll do like small vlogs, going to a Drake concert, or like me and my son go here and there, right? And then like in 2018, 17, I think I did a podcast with Gregory Greens, who is the rapper of The Game, his cousin. So he will fly down from the Bay because he lives up there. He'll take a private jet and fly once a month, and we'll do once a month, and those would do pretty good. 400 views for us back then was a lot.
It is a lot, yeah.
That's still a lot for us right now.
But it's still a lot though. Think about it, bro. Like 400 people in this room right now.
And he had a good packed. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think about a lot too. When I get like 50 views or something, I'm like, but if 50 people were in here right now, I'll be hyped.
Like bro, like imagine if you get 50 people to jump you. You're fucked. You're fucked, dog.
I'm gonna start thinking about it.
You know what I mean? Like, dude, imagine even getting 20 people. You're not winning that fight, dog. I'm not winning that fight. So you really got to think about just like, okay, it's not 100 views. It's 100 people that are fighting me. It's a lot of people, bro. You know, so it's crazy to think that.
But that one didn't last because it was just too much for him to fly down once a month, right? So that one didn't last. And then I kept just interviewing people. I was just like this. I would just interview people when I had a chance. And then I did a podcast. I started interviewing people, and I interviewed Jeff, and I thought he was funny. So then I was like, you know what, you want to come every week? And then I started doing the weekly shit with him, which we talked about earlier that we're not doing that no more, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna go back to like interviewing more people, and then maybe trying to find another co-host and shit.
For the people that are watching that might have something to bring to the table that are interested in that, what's something that you kind of require or like expect that like?
That's a good question. Yeah. I think well, for me, look, man, I could get somebody that. Because when I post something like, "Oh, who wants to start a podcast?" Everybody wants to start a podcast, but no one really knows how hard and what it takes for it to look at least like this, like at least halfway legit, you know?
No, yeah, for sure legit.
And fucking I would want someone that's like already posting a lot. I don't want you to start posting, or the only thing on your page is our shit, you know? Like, so you post, have your own life, have your own set of friends, have your own following, already do your shit, and then bring value to the pod. If you're like someone who doesn't post, has no profile picture, and you want to be on the podcast, like that's just not gonna work. That's you being selfish. Like you want to become somebody through us.
Yeah.
I would look for I would try in the perfect world, it'll be a 50-50 exchange. Like you bring us something, and we're obviously gonna be able to give you something back, which is like constant content at all times. So just someone who's funny. It doesn't really matter if it's a guy or a girl, someone who's consistent and just like someone easy to get along with, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Because I feel like like responsibility is another one too. Because
Yeah.
like you can easily have them bring content, but if they got 1,000 excuses to not pull up,
Yeah,
that's a little tough. Because I remember I used to be like that too. I remember it was always tough for me, and honestly, it was my fault too. Because there was time like way back then when I wasn't even part of the team yet. Like the homie Lalo asked me to come through, and I'd kind of be like, oh well, I have to go do groceries. He's like you know what I mean? Like it's like bro, you could go do groceries tomorrow. I was like, yeah, right. Because at the time I was always like, I'd procrastinate, so I'd be like, no, I have to do groceries today. He's like, fool, you already procrastinate. You can do it tomorrow. Like, come do a podcast.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of seeing where your priorities are, and now it's like I can't miss. Like now it's like if I go hang out with somebody, it's automatic no, because like we record on Saturdays.
Okay.
So for Saturdays, it's automatic no. I can't hang out. I can't make plans around it. Like I have to, unless like I have that kind of like okay, you know what? If we're starting at this time, then maybe like at night I can try to do something. So like I'll try to do my events like late at night. Like I have one event this weekend, but it's late at night, and we're recording this Saturday. So like I know it's fine. Yeah. But that's kind of what you have to do. You have to make it as like a whole day. Like how you had asked me earlier. You're like, oh, like do you have anything we're going later? No, bro. Like it's a free day. I'm expected to be here. Who knows how long we're gonna be here? So you got to have a free day.
I think it's super important, like you said, being responsible and consistent and being able to like I can count on you that you're gonna show up. You know, that's super important. But it's a mixture of things. It's hard. It's almost like it's kind of like, especially like me being the main one is like, well, it's business, right? But you're having employees and shit like to show up and shit, and some people call out, switching schedules back and forth. Like it's pretty stressful.
Yeah, and like for podcasts, like it's not like you have this fool called out. It's not like a regular job. You're gonna he called out. I'm gonna get somebody else.
Yeah.
No, like
the whole thing's over.
And it just throws off the whole dynamic because now it's like, hey Johnny, like what do you think? Oh, he's not here. Like it just throws it the fuck off. So
do you get like a lot of DMs like, hey man, I want to start a podcast, or like what should I do? Like a lot of advice, or people want to come on the pod?
Yeah, for sure. I've personally gotten like, oh hey, like what do I need to start up a podcast? And I'll be like let me check, because it's the homies that do all the equipment stuff. So I was like let me check the equipment. But like I was like, dude, honestly, like you just need a mic and like all that stuff. Because I did have somebody ask me like how to start it, and like I told them, but they were kind of like, oh, like they were doing it for the wrong reasons. Like this person was doing it because like they wanted to make like money. They're like, oh, I want to do it for money, and I want to go out here and like work. And I'm like, that's cool, but like I personally, I feel like to have a podcast is because you love to do it. Yeah. I told you earlier, like off pod, like I like to do this whether like I don't care where like the money is. Like it could be zero, bro. Like I love doing this shit because I live for it. Like I love doing the podcast, and I love like just bringing content, bro, and just dropping jokes, bro. Like whether or not the camera's on, I'm gonna be dropping jokes regardless.
Yeah.
And it's really the fans that just bring me that like extra like comfort too, because they'll tell me, dude, like you make my day, you this. It's just like I love to do it. So even if I can make one person laugh, like I live for that shit, bro.
Yeah, I think it's one of the best things that people like. Maybe sometimes they're shy about it, but like when you DM somebody like, "Oh man, your podcast's funny," or "This is dope," or even a comment shit, like it really means a lot. Especially someone who's putting in so much time and work to put this stuff out. Like the comments mean a lot.
Yeah, for sure. It means so much, and obviously like you also get like some negative comments too, and those will keep me going too, because they'll be like, "Oh, hey, for you getting fat," I'm like, like you're right, dog. You know what? Like I thought I looked good today. You fucking humbled the fuck out of me. It'll still rub me the wrong way. I'm like, man, fuck that fool. But I'm like, you know what? He's right though. He's right. Like, and like I'll be holding the burger. I'm like, yeah, he's fucking right. What the fuck?
I'm a fat fuck.
Yeah, like I know damn well. Like
I go through the same things too. Like being on camera, sometimes you're like, damn, today I look good, and then be like, damn, off. You're
like,
so
who's
fat.
the ugly ass fool? Like, fuck. Like, what the hell? So it's just like, man, like it's just some bullshit, dude. But I feel like you kind of have to like learn from it and just take it like lightly. You cannot take it personal.
No,
that's another thing too. Like people think that they can start up a podcast until you got the comments. Not everybody can take the comments, man. Not everybody can take that negative shit.
That's happened twice already. Where some of the shows that we had on the channel, you know, I don't know if it was a coincidence or what, but like some of the comments started going kind of crazy, talking shit, and then they would just not come back anymore.
Yeah, I feel like for all the people that be asking that, how do you do a podcast? And I want to do it. Like for you to really want to do, I think anything on social media in general, bro. Like you gotta have kind of a thick skin, because you gotta brush off those comments. Because I remember when I first saw a negative comment, like my first comment, I was like, fuck. And it wasn't even for the podcast. I remember it was just, I had commented on a YouTube video years ago. And I think I was fairly young. I was like 21, 22. And I remember I just commented on a random fucking YouTube video, and someone commented on my shit. So they replied back to me, and they're like, Like, what do you know? Like, what do you know? You're fat. And I was like, oh shit. And that shit hit home. I was like, and I wasn't even fat back then, and it still hit. And I was like, I was like, I'm not fat. And she was like, 1, you're fat. 2, you're fat. And I was like, fuck that bitch. I was like, all right, then whatever. I wish I would have listened to her because then I got fat. But I was like, damn. So I guess I went backwards. But yeah, man. So you for sure have to have like a kind of thick skin to like really prepare for yourself for that shit, you know?
You know what I noticed too is when I used to get comments like that, especially in the beginning, right? Like I used to go ham and like roast back and talk shit back, right? Which will be fun sometimes, but especially Instagram will like delete your comment or give you a strike or whatever it's called. And then ever since I stopped doing that, like what I started doing was like the other day someone posted on it happened like 2 days ago. Someone was all like, not everyone needs a podcast. On one of our clips, right?
True.
And I was all like, hey man, how you doing today? His name was Devin. Like, shout out to Devin. I was like, hey Devin, man, how you doing today? And it took him like a day to respond. He goes, actually, man, I'm low key depressed, and I was just looking for validation, someone to talk to him. Like, hey man, that's what the internet's for. This and that. So we started having a conversation in the comments, and he's all like, yeah, dude, I'm sorry, dude. I was just depressed and angry. I just want to leave a bad comment. Like, you didn't deserve that. I'm like, no, I get it. It's all good. So now it's starting to be like, I'm starting to ask people, hey man, how's your day going, dog? Like, why are you so angry, dog?
Okay, so he meant like not everybody needs a podcast like you.
Me.
Okay, I thought you meant like in general, like, oh, I thought he was hyping you up, like, oh, not everybody needs a podcast like you.
You guys don't deserve a podcast, basically. And I was like, hey man, how you doing, bro? And then he's like, you know, I'm going through depression. He's like a young kid, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know, now in the comments, especially people leave bad shit before I'll get upset or like want to roast and make fun of them. I think the correct term should be like, or the correct way should be like, ask them how they're doing, dog.
I fucking love that because it's so true. You never know what someone's going through. Like maybe they're not throwing it directly at you, but to be real though, like you're going through shit or not, like everybody's a fucking like screen warrior or whatever. Like everybody's just trying to fucking fight through the screen because in person you would know how many people would say that shit in person.
Yeah, no,
like it's rare as fuck. Like bro, you could get fucking beat up for that shit in the street. Yeah. Like any dude that's about it is gonna hit you, dog. Like you're lucky you can't got somebody me or you. Like I'm sure we'll be like, hey bro, like don't say that. Like I'll just be like, hey chill.
Relax.
Like I'm not gonna fight you, but there's some fucking crazy ass people that like would be risky as fuck. Like they're just fucking fight or like they're about it. Like a dude I fucking knew. So I DJ'd at a crazy party, right? And well, no, it wasn't me. It was a homie. So I had 2 homies. I won't say their names, but I'll just say A and B. So A told B, hey bro, like because I'm in a DJ chat. So he's like, A told B, hey bro, like I need you to go like DJ for me. These are like loyal customers. I need you to go and just DJ for me for a wedding, and like just make sure you get paid from them and whatever. Just like do a good job for me. Bro, I got you. And he pulled up. So B went to the party to DJ for him. And A ended up pulling up later to go check on him and just he's like, hey bro, like my event ended early. I'm gonna DJ with you. I'm gonna kick with you. Tight. And tell me why B decided to take it to a whole nother like route. He decided to kiss a girl at the party. And his decisions weren't really that smart on picking a girl because out of the chicks that he wanted to kiss, he kissed the bride, dog.
What the fuck?
So he literally fucking
was
kissed.
He drunk?
No. He was drinking a little, but he was like not enough to fucking kiss a bride.
But the bride was trying to kiss him?
So they did the I do's. They walked off and danced, and then the girl pulled up on him, and he kissed a girl. So he was like close to her, and he kissed her
in the mouth.
Yeah, and she didn't pull back. So like quickly, she didn't pull back quickly. So all the tios and all that shit got the fuck up, and they fucking jumped that fool. So
they jumped him.
They jumped him because look. So reverse back. So what happened was I didn't know about this till like a day later. So a day later in the chat, and because I'm in the DJ chat. And all you see is pring, and I see a fucking picture. Me no black eye, dog. Like, me no black eye. And we're like, fool, what the fuck happened last night? Because we all check in with each other. Hey, bro, how was everybody's events? Yeah. And I was in the video. Mine was sick. Black eye. What the fuck? What the fuck happened to you? And he's like, long story, I don't want to talk about it right now. And like, those fools aren't cool and shit right now. Like, they're not cool because of what happened. Because that fool made them look bad. Yeah. Those fools are not going to call, hey, come and DJ for me because you can kiss my girl. You know? So I ended up asking the homie, and he was like, yeah, like this is what happened. And I guess he ended up fucking doing that shit. And all the fools tried to jump him, and they got some clean shots on him. And
but what's the purpose of trying to kiss the bride in the mouth?
Why? He's a single dude, and he don't care. Like he's like, nah, like if I want to kiss him, I want to kiss him. Like, dog.
Do you know if those people are still together?
Probably no, I cannot. I thought he's checking in on them.
Damn,
I'm sure he's
dude.
blocked.
I want to know their Instagram, see their Instagram.
Yeah,
see
like,
they're
hey,
together.
like, are they divorced? Like, what the? Because dog, like, even then, like, that caused the issue for sure.
Yeah.
You ruined your wedding.
On the wedding, dude.
Like, dog, you could have waited a day. Like, come on, dog. Like, out of all the
She's
girls,
like a normal person, dude, behind somebody's back.
yeah, exactly. That's some decency. But also, like, bro, there's bridesmaids. There's girl. Go to a strip club. It's work. And we're talking about work. Like, it's work. You come here. How you say, like, you don't get fucked up at work. I don't drink like that at my events. Unless, like, I know the people or something.
Like family parties. Or something.
Yeah, like, even then, I still take serious because, like you said, you feel like you're slack when DJing. And in my head, I think I'm getting down. And really, fucking music's on pause, dog. Like, I'm over here fucking up. So, like, you have to take that shit serious. And also, even then, though, like, let's say you want to do that shit at your parties. It's not your party, dog. You're covering the homie. You're doing that shit for your homie, and you go and do that? Dog,
that's
like,
crazy, dog.
That's just crazy as
I've
shit.
never heard anything like that. That's
unless
crazy.
like there's a part of the story that I'm missing that maybe I'm missing that happened before and maybe she kissed him or something. But from what I heard,
or they know each other. Or something.
Yeah, or what if like he kissed her first or something? That's what I'm thinking that happened, but. Could be something else. Maybe there's a piece that's missing from the story, but I wish I was there for that one because that's crazy.
You know how some people be like, when people request songs, they're like, "No, I'm not playing your stupid fucking song." Are you like that, or do you play whatever people want?
I play whatever people want in time. Because don't be trying to come up to me when the floor is packed. And I've had it happen. Like, a good amount of years ago, like, dubstep was a big thing, like, huge thing. And I was playing cumbias. Everybody's dancing. Packed floor. Everybody's on the floor. Can you play dubstep? My dog. I'm not going to play dubstep while everybody is like, yes, I will. And they came up to me again. And it sucks because it was a kid. He was like 16. He's like, can you play dubstep? Dubstep. Yeah, I'll play right now. Then I thought it was a random ass kid. Then the lady that booked me came up to me. Hey, can you play my son's song that he's asking for? I'm like, she's paying me. Like, I'm gonna listen to her.
Yeah.
And I played it. Everybody sat down. She's like, hey, what's going on? Like, dude, you're like, you asked for it. Oh, no. I'm so sorry. Like, check your son next time. Like, you know, like, you just said a song.
My business right here.
Yeah, like, I know what I'm doing. Like, people just think I'm just trying to be a dick or I'm trying to say no. Or, like, it changes the vibe. If you're going to ask me for, like, corridos and everybody's dancing to cumbia, like, give me another song or two and I'll play it.
You can low-key ruin a party, like, switching up the wrong song.
You can. It's going to kill the vibe. And I've done it where people have asked me, no, hey, like, play it right now. Play it next. No, or, like, stop the song. Play the next one. And play that. And I'll play it and nobody will dance again, bro, because it just killed the vibe. It's like, dog. Like, you got to know when to play that shit. Or there are songs that I know it's your party and you play whatever you want, but understand it is a party, so nobody wants to hear XXX Tentacion. Like you know what I mean? Like, unless it's a hip-hop party. Yeah, like, dog, like, you got to know what songs to be asking for at the party. It's not where you're drinking a beer, kicking back, like, alone.
Just your homie.
It's a party. If you're like that and you're having vibes, whatever, cool. But if there's people dancing and you got to kind of, for me personally, if I'm going to throw a party, I got to, like please my crowd. I have to like adjust to what they like.
Yeah. Not
just myself. Have you ever done like been at a crazy party like that or like something like that?
You know what? I have a homie who DJs. He's like a music engineer. Shout out to the homie Money Mike. And we've done events where like he's live DJing for someone performing or like I used to do like club nights. I used to promote clubs and shit and do my whole setup, have a DJ and everything, right? And annoying ass people, dog, will come up and ask for stupid ass songs. And then like, we're like, no, I'm like, dude, how come you don't play a song? He goes, no, you don't understand. If I play a song, he's either going to keep coming up or it's going to ruin the vibe. And I wouldn't really understand until I saw him do it a couple times. I'm like, damn, the song really matters. And then also a couple of times I would get drunk and get the microphone, but like, yeah, and say stupid shit. He goes, bro, give me the fucking mic, you dumbass. What the fuck are you doing? I'm like, dumbass. I was vibing, dog.
Like, take him off.
He's like, bro, shut up. And I'm like, bro, why are you hating on me? I'm like, he was like, I'm not hating on you. It's just what you're doing is dumb. You're doing that because of yourself. Now you're not trying to hype up the crowd.
Yeah.
You're trying to be like all up in the business. But also too, now that I remember in high school, I was a freshman, right? But I was on the varsity baseball team, so I used to kick it with the varsity baseball seniors, and they would go to flyer parties. And over here, flyer parties are crazy. Yeah. And I became homies with their homie who was a DJ, dog. So I would go with him to every party, and he would like, I'll help him with the crates. And then I'll stand next to him the whole time. What song should we play? I'm like, oh, play this song. Because I'm a little bit younger, so I need the new shit. Yeah. But that was also a crazy experience because we had to carry crates on and off in his fucking van, the speakers and shit. It was a crazy experience.
Because it's back then. So it's just like, it's a whole nother vibe. And I mean, I started off on CDJs. I'm not going to act like I started off with vinyls and shit like that. I've worked with them, but I don't do all that. Like, even now, it's not really necessary. Like I said, it's not really necessary to be playing that at a freaking 18th birthday party, whatever. Like, unless it's like some crazy party that they want you to get down and play hip hop, okay.
Yeah.
But ain't nobody trying to hear that like during like Mi Cucu by Zona Dinamita. Like, you know,
Do you have a song where like, all right, there's a few bad bitches in the party, or like there's some buchanas. Do you read the people how they're dressed?
Yes.
Like, these guys are emo.
You have to.
Like tell me what goes through your mind.
First, because I do contracts for all my parties for the most part. I do contracts. So when I go and like you kind of have to see how, like, not judging them, but you're seeing how they're dressed. You're seeing, or we're like, I'll ask them, what kind of music do you want? Oh, I want Ramon Ayala. I want, okay, they want norteñas. Like I like, now I know that they want that type of music. I go based off of that. Or if they say everything, I'll play everything, but you still gotta mix it up and stuff. So I feel like when you go to the party, if you go to a rancho, they got caballos and all that. Oh, they want norteñas, they want corridos, because you know, like, that's what they like. And like, that's how my family is from Mexico. So like, it's not that I'm judging them. I know what's up.
Yeah.
And I've done so many parties for so many years. Like, I know what type of music that they're gonna want just based off of like where they stay at or like where they're into. If they got chickens and all that, you know what they're gonna want to hear, like the good music, some corridos.
They got
so like,
farm animals.
yeah, like, you know what's up. Compared to like if you do like a white party and stuff like that, like, okay, like they're gonna obviously want English. It's like, it's not judging. You know damn well that they're not gonna ask you for some Fuerza Regida. You know what I mean? Unless like, well, I mean, Fuerza Regida now is everywhere, so for sure then. But like, still, you know what they're gonna ask you for. But yeah, like you said, like jams, like where it's packed.
Like what is like the go-to song? Like what kills it every time?
Go-to song right now, even now, two main ones for me. Well, I say three main ones for me would be Pitbull. Wherever you're at, Pitbull hits.
Okay, sick.
Whites, blacks, like Mexicans, Pitbull hits for sure. Fuerza Regida is, to me, is like number one right now in all that shit. So I say Fuerza Regida. Peso Pluma obviously is like a big one too that everybody's asking for. But me, I don't play Peso Pluma like that. I play Fuerza Regida. Also because like I like to hear it, but everybody's into Fuerza Regida. And then I would say Bad Bunny, because everybody's always hyped for Bad Bunny and all that shit. But
I was gonna ask you too, like, personally, what kind of music you're into, but so it does matter a little bit. If you don't like a Peso Pluma song, you're not gonna play. That's just because you don't like him.
No. It's repetitive as fuck, bro. Like, I'll play him, but like I don't play a lot of his songs because everybody's asking for the same song. It's not even his song. They asked for Eslabon song. It's Ella Baila Sola.
Yeah.
So everybody's asking for that song. And I did a party like 2 weeks ago, and I played his other songs. Oh, hey, can you play Peso Pluma? It's just Peso Pluma. Like, what are you talking about? Because I play like La Bebé. I play La Bebé. They're like, Peso Pluma. This is Peso Pluma.
Yeah.
So like, you kind of, that's why I don't really play much, because they're not asking for Peso Pluma. They're asking for that one song.
What do you think about that beef? That like, to me, I've noticed that like all the good songs that he has are like written by somebody else, no? Or the main, there's not his songs. He's good at features, but he doesn't really have like his own song that's a banger.
I'm not sure about all the songs if they're not written by him, but as far as I know that obviously Eslabon has the song that hit for him, and then I know the one that he has with Fuerza Regida, like Teme song, that song which is Igualito a mi papá.
Yeah.
So I know that like JLP and all the fools, like they wrote the song, not him. But I feel like it's the same thing as Drake, bro. Like not the same status, but like it's for sure like Drake. Drake is bringing something to the table. Obviously, he's not writing his songs. He's bringing a different type of talent to it.
Performing them.
Yeah, he's performing them. It's like, hey, bro, like go play this, and obviously it did well. It hits. Even though again it's just like one that hit, but so it's him that's just performing it, and it did well, and he did his job. He did it right.
Do you think it's fucked up that they invited him on Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel, and then he didn't invite the main fool that wrote the song?
I think Jimmy Fallon, it's his team's fucking error, because same thing as him. He's just performing there, like Jimmy Fallon is just pulling up. Hey, we're bringing this person. I doubt that fool knows about Peso Pluma like that.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they just give him a script. We're inviting this person on. Okay, run it. That's the one that blew up. Because they didn't see Eslabon blowing up. They saw Peso Pluma blowing up.
Yeah.
But as far as they should have done their research and been, hey, let's invite Eslabon and Peso Pluma, you know?
They should have. I think they should have.
Yeah, what the fuck is Eslabon's song, dog? Like, it's them that made that part that everybody knows. It's not even Peso Pluma, bro.
And isn't it crazy? Like, some people might want to judge and they love to make fun of Peso Pluma's haircut, the way he looks, that he's ugly, que sabe que. But that's what makes him different. That's why the other guy, Esablon, like, he looks like a normal guy that, like, is your homie. Like, he dresses normal, regular haircut, whatever. You know, whatever. He dresses like an artista too. But Peso Pluma, I think part of it is also like his costume and shit. It's basically a costume.
Yeah, it's different. It's for sure dressed different. It's an originality for sure. I feel like when you look different, it really catches attention because it's not normal. And even though people are gonna talk shit, whatever, bro. Like how long ago were like mullets still in and everything? Like it's just another kind of style that everybody's gonna hate on. It's the same thing as a tacuache. Like everybody's gonna talk shit about it, and there's gonna be a trend, and it's just another trend that's coming in. We were kind of having no trend right now, so now he started a whole another trend. That's why everybody hopped on it because there's nothing else to compare it to. So now everybody wants to be a fucking bellico. Everybody wants to do bellico shit, and like that's just a big thing right now. And like I feel like also too that is a big thing. It's just being like Mexican American. It's so huge now, bro. Like
it's in right now.
It's in, and it's so cool to see like. Compared to back then, getting made fun of for corridos, like, you're a paisa, yeah, like we talked about it on a podcast too a few weeks ago, and it's true, bro. Like, it's so different now. It's so well accepted, and it's so cool as fuck. It's the perfect time to fucking see it happen.
But also too, like the paisas and the chuntis from back then, they were cool. They're a little similar, but it's just way more swaggier now. Because back then, but that shit was like skinny. They would fold the things up, and it looked kind of lame, and the pants were weird. And now, like, it has a good form. Like,
it's different.
Now it's like more Americanized. Because too, like, I would feel fake as fuck listening to like Spanish music and be like, bro, I'm not from the rancho. I'm from LA. I'm from out here, you know. And now I see J.O.P. dressing like us, talking like us, and then singing about dope shit. Like, okay, that's something that relates to me, and I can fuck with it. Like, I don't feel like a fake ass fool, you know.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like I mean, for me, I love it because like I was still into it back then, even though I felt like, damn, that's like my dad's style. That's not me. So I never dressed like that, and I also never felt like it would like look good on me. But I think it's still dope to kind of see like. Oh, like G.O.P. on his album, it's a Pacablen. Like he has a sombrero and everything too. So it's tight to see that, but also he makes it up with like, you know, he got his baguettes on, he got his chains, you know, for sure it's like he's Mexican American, bro. I'm pretty sure he was born out here, but who knows? But it's so cool to see him represent, like you said, they all represent us, like El Sabon, like Marca Mepe, all these fools like represent us because they speak English, and it's a patrones. They all speak our language, and so we can kind of understand it. So if you go bump into them in the street, you don't have to like, oh, ¿cómo estás? Like, hey, bro, what's up?
Yeah.
What's up, dog? And you know, he's from out here.
And like I said earlier, like I speak Spanish and everything too, but like I have homies that like have been into Spanish since like way back then, right? So they listen to Spanish corridos from people from Mexico. Yeah. And I love some of them, but sometimes fool, like I can't understand their slang.
Okay.
Or they talk too fast. And when J.O.P. sings in Spanish, I can understand it because he says it and pronounces words how I pronounce them.
Okay.
So now I can fuck with it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's super different. Like how you said, he understands the language more compared to like if you put my cousin on the track from Mexico, it's gonna sound so different, bro. Compared to out here, he knows like, and he says like shit that's from out here. So say no cap and shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's stuff that like, you know, I understand what he's talking about. So it's for sure like more relatable. So it's kind of a blend.
And then sometimes he says things in Spanish that I know like that's not how you say it, dog. That's wrong. But it sounds good, you know? Like that's something I would say, you know? Like I don't know. It's more relatable. I think J.O.P. is the best number one artist to me.
Facts, bro. I think first I hear that is number one for me, and like Marca MP is like right behind it. It's just, and remember there was a whole wave of Grupo Firme. Everybody was into banda, Grupo Firme and all that, and now it's Grupo Frontera. Like now it's just Frontera, and that's like what's in right now with all that stuff. And obviously they did a collab with Bad Bunny and all that. Like it's like, but for sure, me personally, I think like.
How do you feel about Bad Bunny jumping into like the música regional?
I think he's just trying to try other shit, and who knows? People say, obviously, how you said people attack. So who knows if like they're trying to attack him and be like, oh, he's just trying to do other shit because he's dying down. What if he is? Who cares? Like, what if he's just testing other shit? Like, let him be. I don't think he's at the point where he could be just testing other shit out. Just he's not Drake. Like he's not to the point where he's like a legend, or he can just stop doing what he's doing, test out new stuff.
I think to him, supposedly he's
cool,
fan.
Though.
Supposedly he's a fan. But do you believe it? Like he's a real fan, or he's just clout chasing?
I think he's a real fan, bro. It seems like he has love for it. Like the whole lucha thing too.
Yeah.
Like when he went,
he's killing it.
Yeah, and he like, bro. We all grew up watching that shit too. Like I'm sure we all grew up liking other things. It's like growing up and like listening to like artists from back then. Imagine us now like doing podcasts like with people that we grew up listening to, like Otro Rollo and all this shit. Like, you know, like people like talk show hosts.
Yeah.
Imagine we grew up and having like Salvador Gigante on here. It's like, bro, we look up to these fools.
Like Gordo La Flaca.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe it's not the artist he's working with that he wants to, but it's the genre maybe he grew up on.
If you had the chance to fuck with him, everyone would do the same thing.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Like, there's no way that you're gonna tell me if you were in this position and you got the chance to collab with other people, you wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
It's a great opportunity. It's never like a cap on growing. Like, same thing as us. It's not like we're ever gonna stop like collabing or we can get more fans from other people. Same thing is doing. He's getting that eyes from other people that never hear about him. So many people that hear like, oh, Peso Pluma was on Eslabons. Oh, I'm gonna go hear Peso Pluma, and that's what happened.
If you had one person to be on the podcast or interview somebody, who would you want to have?
Damn, that's tough. There's so
We'll do
many.
top three. We'll do top three.
Top three. Now, I would love to have Fuerza Regida. That to me is like, I really love Fuerza Regida because they come from the IE, dog. Like,
Yeah.
they represent us to the fullest.
They rep that shit
Even
hard.
now, and like, these foods, all of those foods from Fuerza Regida, like, none of them forget where they came from, dog. Like, they represent us to this day, and they still go back to the hood.
Isn't it crazy to me like how JOP is like everyone knows him to be humble, even though he's wearing gold
fool
teeth,
don't care,
gold
dog.
chains, badass cars. But in my head, to me, he's still humble. How does he do that? How could he be so flashy but so humble?
Though I heard a saying a few months ago on YouTube, and that just stuck with me. It's he's not rich, bro. He's a broke dude with money. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
fuck.
So it's like that dude's always gonna have that broke dude mentality. Like, I'm sure that will still be smart spending money, but he's enjoying himself. Like, that money to him, I'm sure he wakes up, he's like, fuck. Like, I'm sure that fool wakes up every day thing, like, checking his bank account. Hey, I'm chilling, like, happy fool. He's enjoying that shit because it's just a switch. He didn't like start being rich as a kid. Like, he started being rich like when you feel the struggle, having to get a job, having to go struggle. So who knows if that fool was flipping pizzas before? Like,
He used
so
to be-
you
he
know,
used to be a
feels
barber.
it.
He used to be a
Yeah,
barber.
and like exactly. So like not done playing flipping pizzas, but I'm saying like you really go from doing a regular 9 to 5 job to going here, bro, cutting hair. Like, you go from doing that, like a repetitive cycle, to going and living the dream. You can tell that fool loves it, bro. So like I said, he's not a rich dude. He's a broke dude with money.
I think
he
to me,
loves it.
To me, the biggest thing is too he loves to show his parents and buy him
Yeah.
stuff. Like, he bought him like a terreno right here. He fixed their house up. He bought them cars. Like, I think that right there like gets you a lot of brownie points because that's something that for us Mexicans we would love to do for our parents. You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of like what we're raised to do. Like, you know, if your parents raise you, and then you get old enough, and it's time for you to help take care of your parents.
And he takes care not only of his homies and his parents, the hood, bro. Like, he comes to community. The other year, he went and gave turkeys out to so many people in the hood. Like, that fool don't forget. And it's so cool to see where he's at now. Like, even he posted kicking it with Drake and everything like the other month. Like,
Yeah.
he's still #1 on the charts and everything. And he'll post on, he tags Fontana like the other day. Like, you know, for example, like, he'll do stuff like that. I'm like, he's still out here big and he's coming to the hood still, like,
Or like he
chilling.
did that little concert on top of the roof of the market.
In San Bernardino.
That was tight.
Like, you know,
dog.
like, people
That was
aren't
hard.
doing it like him because he knows where he comes from.
And he's really from there. He's really like from there.
And he's about it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and all of them, like not to overshadow the other dudes too. Like, everybody in Fuerza Regida, all of them, like Pelon, like Samalon, like, all of them represent and they know where they came from and they continue to know where they come from. And I feel like that's what they do so well. They're grinders, bro.
Yeah.
They work so hard for that shit.
I'm a big fan of I used to be a JOP fan from the YouTube, and then Chris, right? Chris
Yeah.
I forget his last name, but Chris, the other guitarist, and like I would just enjoy them like vlogging and watching their YouTube shit. Like, it's fucking dope. That fool Chris goes back to Mexico, buys his dad a truck, right? Like, all that shit is really like that's really part of our culture, not just the fucking modelos and the carne asadas and all the tequila and partying, but it's also attached to, like, you know, being humble and giving back to where you came from.
It's really inspiring, bro. So for sure, I say Fuerza Regida is on my #1, and I would love to have like Marca Mepe too. Like,
Okay.
that's a cool one too.
The new one or the old one?
The old
The
one.
original
The
one?
one with Nitro in it. For sure with Nitro, bro. Just because they're unstoppable. Like, they're unbeatable, bro. Like, it was just a different vibe with Nitro on it. You know what
they're
I
on
mean?
a
So
run.
so now, obviously, like, I'd love to have like Cuatro de Oro on for sure. Like, then now I love to have them on too. But I say those are like my top 3. Like, how about for you?
For guess, Drake would be #1 for me. I would like
Okay.
to have Drake, The Game. Those two are easy calls for me. The
Yeah.
third person that I would like to have on the pod to like interview him and stuff. Damn, dude, it'll be kind of tough. I'd probably have dun 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 dun.
Like,
Maybe
anything.
maybe King Lil G.
King of G. Okay, that's tight.
Yeah, because King Lil, I think he's from the area.
Yeah, he's from LA. He came from the hood too. If it's music, for sure, those 3. I think one that I would love to have on, even though I don't give a fuck what's going on. For sure, I love to have Andrew Tate on. That'd be sick as
I
fuck.
want to talk about it because it's obvious that you're a fan of
Yeah,
Andrew Tate.
I fucking love Andrew Tate.
Tell me what you love about him, dog.
Bro, for me, I'm gonna tell you this, like right off the rip, that fool's like, he's about it. Like, he lives that shit, dog. Like, it's not like
He lives what he talks about.
Yeah, like, he's not a fake ass dude that's out here doing something else and talks out of his ass, dog. Like, all that shit that he does, like, he's about it. And that's where I got the quote from. That's where I got the quote from. He's a broke dude with money. That fool didn't come from money, dog. Like, he didn't come from not knowing the value of a dollar. That fool knows what's up. That's why he blows his money the way he is. That's why when people are like, he's showing off. Same thing as GOP, dog. That fool's enjoying himself. He's not doing it to show off. He's doing it because he fucking loves that shit. You're living the dream. Tell me anybody that's not gonna be doing what the homie JLP does and all you fools like. You're gonna do the same thing. Go and get yourself a Rolls Royce. You're gonna go. You love that shit, dog.
Yeah,
you look up because you're broke, seeing that shit, and you're like, I want that shit. That's just so cool to live in it. Like just living that life. So he for sure like just is out here doing it and. He's living a dream and he's inspiring others. He could easily get his money and shut the fuck up. But he's out here like risking all that shit by talking shit and telling people what they gotta hear. So for me, I fuck with it and just the whole like brotherhood that like the relationship that he has with his brother, bro. It's just dope as fucking to see both of them doing it. You know.
I think a lot of people, to me, some people might say, "Oh, it's weird that you're a fan of Andrew Tate." To me, it's weird that you hate on someone like Andrew Tate because if you really listen to his message, because I'm kind of a fan of Andrew Tate too. It's like. Get up, go make some money, take care of your family, hit the gym, do shit like that. Like he's not like, hey, meet me at the club tonight. Let's go get fucked. Let's go fuck hella bitches. Like let's go fucking spend our money gambling or let's go do this. Like he has a pretty cool message. Just the way he delivers it, dog. Like he puts no salt.
I like it.
No salt in his tacos. So some people it turns them off. I think that's how men. That's how you're supposed to talk to each other. You know.
In general, anybody like, dude, you say you want somebody that's real until you come across somebody that's real, dog. Like you come across somebody that's just like. Oh, like I hate people that well not hate, but like I really dislike how people like walk on eggshells around everything. Like I don't give a fuck. Like it's not like I came from the like Ponte Las Pilas over here and switch up like a different person. Like I am. Like you talked to me before. I don't know if you saw me the same, but I'm the same person on and off camera, and that's kind of why I like about him because obviously I've never seen him off camera. But what I'm trying to say is he's the same person off camera and on camera, and it's people are hating on what like dog he's literally trying to motivate other people, and if you don't like it, don't watch it. It ain't for you.
And I think so too, like for guys like I've Goggins, Joe Rogan, there's a lot of people who are like motivational speakers, and for us guys, maybe girls don't understand that we love to listen to that kind of stuff to get us into like me, I want to work out. Like I'm not gonna work out this week and next week, but I know eventually it's gonna come where I'm gonna start working out, going heavy. Like I need to start prepping my mind and listening to like positive reinforcement. I don't think girls have that.
No, and it's like, okay, you want to be like to show the difference because obviously like Andrew Tate's a man, so you want to be a woman and get empowerment too. That's great. Imagine if any of us was to bash a woman that was doing what Andrew Tate does, and inspiring women. She's inspirational. She's doing this. She's just trying to motivate people. Imagine everybody trying to talk shit and say no. She's a man. She's a man hater. She's this. Everybody would talk so much shit if men were to do it to a woman inspiration. So
then they asked him like, why did they asked him? I don't know if you saw the 5-hour interview he did with Patrick.
I'm 2 hours in. I'm not done yet.
I'm an hour in, but basically they asked him like, why do you think that people hate on you? It's because they don't want men to like think for themselves or like the Matrix. He calls it the Matrix. It's true. Like it's true. They just want us to go to work for them, work for their families, and they're somewhere that we're never gonna see who they are. The people who control the world, and they want us to keep just fucking working.
Just go to school, do all this stuff. Like, bro, why not think outside the box? Like he really thinks outside the box, and he lives it. Like why not take his message and turn it into something else? For me, I fuck with Andrew Tate because I've been like motivated so much, and the other quote that stuck with me is that he said it's not about being motivated. Because me, I was always trying to find motivation to go to the gym, and I didn't have like motivation. I was like, dude, I don't have motivation like to do this every day, and I'll like be Wednesday in, going from Monday to Wednesday, and already Wednesday I'm like, I don't have the motivation to fucking go and shit. And I saw a clip, and it made me go to the gym right after. Where he was like, it's not about being motivated, it's about being disciplined.
Or dedicated.
Like dedicated, bro. Because it's so much different to be disciplined and go to the gym. He's like, dude, I don't like going to the gym all week, but I know I have to. It's discipline. Like you can have this where you're not motivated, but you are disciplined to go because you need to go, not want to go. And for me, I went to the gym right fucking after, bro. So for me, I was like, hey, like I'm gonna go, and it motivates me. Why put me down if I'm watching videos? Any videos I watch, none of them are negative. So why put down what I'm watching? Like it's doing something well for me. I'm doing well. I'm the person that's like, I'm open to shit. So like until there's like proof and shit, okay, like obviously I'm not gonna be like, hey, you know what? Like Andrew Tate did this and this and this. Here's proof. Okay, cool. Like I'm not gonna just be like, no, like I'm not negative, bro. Like, dog, you got pictures, you got this. Okay, I'll accept it. Fine. I'll take the L and move on. But until then, like I'm really all about like, bro, in history, how many men have been accused of so much shit, and it always comes out fucking wrong, dog.
And the crazy part is that the girls don't get in trouble. If they're falsely accused, they never get in trouble.
Exactly. So it's like, bro, keep it fair. Like that's fine. Like, so are the people that are accusing him, are they gonna get some kind of shit for accusing him? No. They came and raided his house and got him. Like, okay, like obviously see some kind of justice if it's not for that. And what? Well, he ends up winning for what? I bet you a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, he's gonna win on a freaking charge, like it's some bullshit. Like, bro, like if you see there's no evidence and he wins, like then he's freaking innocent. And I bet you tell people if you see that he's innocent, are you gonna still support? Are you gonna support him? Probably not, because that's how people are. When you see somebody different like that in history, how many people have tried to speak up against the system and they all get fucked? MLK. JFK was about to leak so much stuff for the government. He got killed. Like, there's so many people that have, like Malcolm X, they all got murdered for that stuff. Like, speaking out, bro. Like,
he was saying too, like back in the day, it would just be easy to kill you, take you out. Like now they really can't do it because there's too many cameras. People know what's up.
Shit.
So
he has a bunch of cameras at his house.
Yeah, and they try to like take your money away and shit.
Yeah, there's even it's even proven the man that murdered MLK. He was in the government, and he said it on his deathbed, and he like admitted it, and he had like proof and everything, and he was like, yeah, like I was hired to go assassinate him because he was speaking up against the government and stuff. Like, he was taking shit up. Telling you, bro, like all that shit's so fixed. Like that's why I'm so about like open as shit. I'm open against both sides. Like I'm not gonna go into this trial being like no. Like I for sure stick by his side, but I'm also like, what do you have for me? Like on all conspiracy theories, I'm all about like, what do you have to show me that like is against this or for it, and I'll see it. So I like seeing both sides. I don't see it as an argument. I see it as a debate, and like I want to hear your opinion too, not just I'm right. The same thing as like the whole like submarine thing. Have you seen about the whole submarine thing?
Yeah.
The whole submarine thing of the Titanic. So like for people that don't know somehow, like they basically a bunch of billionaires and stuff went on like a little submarine. It was like 5 of them or 4 of them, whatever. So they went in there and they went to go check out the Titanic. My dog, you're going down so fucking far. You have to go down in levels of the sea level because it's too much pressure.
Right.
So to come back up, you need to come back for a while up. So you need to be careful. And they went down to a sinkable ship. They say unsinkable, but obviously not. And dog, like you're gonna go down there, you know what could happen, and you're limited on oxygen and all that. So it's wild, and I'm not bashing them because probably dead too. Rest in peace, because they said that today that the oxygen was out, so they haven't found them. You know, and they also said that a distress signal was sent out somehow. But bro, like, how do you guys not have a tracking device on it on billionaires? How did also the billionaires not plan it well better and be like, I'm gonna have some kind of like something to track me or follow me or just something, bro? Like, how do you not have something else go follow the billionaires too and make sure they're fine?
And then it's all being controlled by like a GameCube controller,
bro. Like the one I got,
one.
Dog. The one I got at home looks way better, dog. Like
the Swap Me version.
Yeah, like they should have got some paddles on that bitch. They got some fucking. They should have improved it, dog. Like there's no way that you guys are controlling it like that, and it's not a team controlling it. It's one dude. Like that shit busts. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Like it breaks. What the hell are you gonna?
Like how many times has one of your PS3 controllers, PS4 controllers, whatever, had just fucked up, you know, and died?
Like y'all need something way better. It goes to show that those fools did not care. Like me personally, I feel like there's more to it.
Like a death wish.
Yeah, like bro, there's something way more to it that like got planned out. There's something deeper to this.
One of the guys was married to one of the girls that's related to people on the Titanic. It was like 4 old guys and 1 younger dude. But they even said that today, like they showed like it's like 6,000 pounds of pressure or whatever. And what happens? They showed like a big ass like similar submarine. And like when 6,000 pounds, what happens to it when it explodes from the inside? Boom! That shit closes like you stepping on a fucking metal can, dog.
Yeah. That's the same way that a plane has. That's why they have like little holes, the window for like pressure and stuff. Dude, you're playing with like your life here, and it's so risky, it's so scary.
Would you ever do something like that?
Obviously not. Fucking no.
That's some white people shit.
Yeah, like dog, you're just crazy. And I'll be real though, like no, but I'm not gonna lie. Like last week, I read a story about it. And they're like, oh, like billionaires are going to start being, or like people are going to start being able to pay to go see the Titanic. I was like, that's sick. That'd be tight to do. Yeah. And this week I'm like, I was stupid for that one. Thank God I'm broke. Thank God I'm too broke to pay fucking millions to go on there. Like that's fucking
What
crazy,
about space?
Man.
You'd be down to go to space?
I'm going to say, yeah, that sounds tight, but I learned my lesson. Obviously from these foods, I let them teach me a lesson. No. Because obviously like Elon Musk wants to do all that stuff to Mars and all. Yeah. Nah, dog, I'm straight. Stop trying to poke the fucking bear, dog. Stop trying to push that shit and feel like ain't nothing gonna happen. There's always a negative to a positive. Stop trying to do that shit and just push it, dog. Like
I think I think Elon Musk, dog, is a master marketer.
Smart.
I don't think he's ever gonna. I don't think he plans on going to fucking Mars. I don't think he's making that roadster car. I don't know, maybe the pickup truck, but he says like all this crazy shit so people go fuck with him and give him money, and he just uses money to fucking make little Tesla cars. Yeah, and that's it.
Hey, honestly,
I be
feel
tricking
like
the shit out of people. People love that fool, dog.
That fool's really smart. I feel that fool's fucking intelligent. And from the interviews I've seen with him, like, yeah, he's a smart ass cat. But I feel like with him, what he's gonna do is he's not dumb enough to go first. He's gonna be like, hey, go check out Mars. Like, let me know what's up. So if he does build that car thing, I'm sure he's gonna be like, I want to see what's going on up there. He's not gonna be like, I'm gonna go by myself, bro. Like,
well, it takes like 60 years to get there, something like that. 20 years.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it, bro. But at least he's gonna see though. He's gonna see how it is, and he's gonna be like, okay, like that's what's going on. But he's not, even if he was young, he's not gonna be a test subject. He's gonna see what's up. Who wants to go? Who wants to pay me $2 million? I do. Go. Like,
and then even to like people, like you say, he's really smart, right? But he growing up, he wasn't a biological rocket engineer. He's a computer software guy. Like, you can't be computer software and all of a sudden be engineer. He hires people. Like, Tesla was already a company when he bought it. It was already a thing.
Yeah, he got it from
he just bought that shit. And again, like I said, man, the same way he bought Twitter, like, he's just good at like making the news and be marketing. But I don't think, to me, I don't think he's that smart of a guy.
Yeah.
Smart as a guy as far as like being able to build a rocket. Maybe smart in marketing, yes, genius. Marketing genius.
I think he may have gained intelligence from all of this. I still think he's a smart dude because I don't think he's there by coincidence. There's no way that and put any computer genius like what you said, like software, put any fool, they're not gonna do what Elon Musk does.
Do you know where his parents are from?
Nah,
South Africa, and they his dad was he owned an emerald mine. You know how like blood diamonds when they make all the little kids and they're dying right there.
Yeah.
So they made all their money off like diamonds and emeralds.
Yeah.
And they moved to America, and then he got like, I don't know. That's how he started. He's like kind of like a Donald Trump kind of guy.
Yeah.
Like he had money from his parents, and that's how he got his shit on.
I see that, but I also feel
and he's not like a guy that came from the dirt and like, oh, I came from the dirt, did it all myself, went to school. Like, no, he came with money already.
Hey, when you got money, you got connections too. That's the thing.
And that's how, yeah.
You know? So, like, when you got money like that, bro, you can do whatever the fuck you want. And that's the thing too, dude. Like, I feel like all of us would be so much smarter if we didn't have to go to do a 9 to 5, go work, go do all this, like, regular life shit.
Yeah.
I don't have time to figure out how to fucking send a rocket to Mars. I have my internet bill to pay, dog. Like, I have regular stuff. Like,
I got my phone bill.
Yeah, like my dad's hungry. I have to go get that food. Like, I have to go do regular ass shit.
Yeah.
We're still trying to get to where that food's at. Once you don't have to worry about beating yourself, like your money for your regular like necessities.
Yeah,
you got time to figure out other shit, bro.
And then on top of that, you could hire people. Like, let's say you own a business, right? And it's just you and one person, right? And then you hire like 100 people. You have 100 people's time and lives to pay them whatever an hour. But like one person can only do so much. You have 100 people working for you. This fool has Tesla, Twitter, hundreds of thousands of people working for him. Like, and how much more can he get done? And
also remember, yeah, for sure. But also remember, like, to add to that, also remember that if someone wants to come up to you and be like, hey, like, teach me how to do a podcast, you're gonna be like learn yourself. They pull up, hey, here's 10,000, teach me. You got it. Like, I'm sure that fool pulled up and was like, teach me how to do all this rocket stuff. Teach me how to do this. Like, and that fool, he literally like copied The Dictator. I don't know if you've seen The Dictator, but that fool was like more pointy. That fool literally went and he's
make it more pointy.
Make it more pointy. Like, that fool was funny as that fool's a fucking funny ass dude, man. Like,
that's the point where I don't know if he's fucking with us or is that really him.
That fool's a troll, dog.
Yeah, I think he's a troll.
That fool has a good sense of humor, and that fool don't give a fuck. Like, the whole thing about like that fool didn't care. He smoked. He smoked weed, and then the government, because he has government contracts. So this bozo did that. So now they said that they had to do like random drug tests on him. Yeah. That's fucking hilarious. Like, there's so much like conspiracy theories that like come to light, like stuff like that, like the whole rocket thing. Like, who knows what he's really planning to do?
And a bunch of his rockets keep falling. They keep blowing up.
I'm sure he could perfect it. Like, bro, he needs to get with Jeff Bezos, because I know Jeff Bezos want to do that shit too. That was like an evil genius, dog. His laugh just fucking you know that fool's laugh. That fool's evil. Like, I know the bad guy in the movie. That's a bad guy. Hell nah, dog.
I haven't heard him laugh.
You haven't heard him? I'll show you. That's just fucking weird as fuck, dog. But nah, man, that's just wild. Is there any like conspiracy theories that you like?
I love conspiracy theories, dog. I love them all. I'll be getting stuck on TikTok and shit, fucking watching all these. How about the one with the aliens that just came down? Have you seen that one?
No. What's so
in Las Vegas, this fucking blue thing came out of the sky and landed in someone's backyard, and the police body cam caught it, the police dash cam caught it, and someone's ring camera caught it. And then the family go back there and they're speaking like Arabic and they all got guns and like they have tractors back there. And the guys over there like, oh shit, oh it's behind the tractor. And then they all like kind of run and shit. And then people zoom in and do all these things like to the camera. And like there's this big thing black blinking their eyes. There's like these aliens and shit. Like it's crazy. It's a crazy one. Dog.
Oh shit, that's.
And then those people
crazy.
go missing. The people from their backyard, they go missing.
Bro, telling you, man. Like when you see shit like that, like even the dude that invented like a car that runs on water, dog. Like that fool disappeared. He died too. Like, dude. Like there's no if it wasn't true, they wouldn't disappear. Like that's the way I see it. If they were to be left alone, I wouldn't believe them. That person would look like crazy. But since you make them disappear, you're just proving it to me. Like there's so much shit that like is like so like thrown on us too that they make us believe too. Even for us, we throw shit on us to have us think like, oh, like you're supposed to do this. Like even as simple as like society does the whole tipping thing now. You know, like the whole like, hey, like big jump from conspiracy, but it's true. Like, hey, like you're expected to tip. You got to go tip at any restaurant you go to. You need to tip. Oh, that is a bad server. At least give 5 then. Like that's the kind of shit that they throw on us.
Well, and then instead of like them just paying them a regular wage, like, oh, you guys pay for like, bitch, I'm coming to your business.
Yeah, they throw it on you.
You pay them right.
I'm not saying don't tip. I'm saying I think like the tip goes where like the person's out there like bringing your food, tip them, but they also implement it to where places where like, oh, you went and like you went and picked up something from there. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that too.
Even just ordering from the counter.
Yeah, or like it's a dude. I'm saying this because there's a restaurant by my house and it's all done on a computer. There's nobody taking your order, and you're ordering, you're picking your food you want, and it says tip. You're like, to who? To who? To me? Like what the fuck?
To myself.
Like that's fucking crazy. Like also a whole other thing too is a fucking like the pay it forward thing. I've had that happen to me where I'm like, oh shit, thanks so much. I'll pay for the person behind me. But like one time I wanted to do that and start the chain. I was like, I'm feeling so nice. And like, it's a great day. It's sunny. Like I came to Starbucks and I got my drink. And I was like, you know what? Like I'm gonna start it. Even if I could pay for the person behind me and make their day, that's gonna be so cool. And I'm gonna love it. And I looked to the window and I was like, oh, it's gonna be $4.65. And I'm like, okay. I was like, can I pay for the car behind me? And the lady was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. Do it. And she was like, it's kind of a lot. Like just letting you know. And I was like, and you're like, I'm already in deep. I'm already 2 feet in deep. I gotta say, yeah, run it. And she's like, and remember, my drink was $4.65. She's like, okay, sir, it's gonna be $44.65. I was like, damn. What the fuck? Like, what these fools order? Like, what the hell? Like that's crazy. And I look behind me and it's a minivan. I'm like, God damn it. I never looked behind me. And I was like, oh, dog, it's a minivan. You know damn well that car had to be packed with fucking bunch of niños. You know? I'm like, damn. Like, I know damn well that it's packed with a bunch of kids. So
you got
like,
a bunch of double caramel mocha fraps and shit.
That's literally what it was.
Yeah?
Because I got the receipt. I asked for the receipt. And I was like, I want to know what these fools ordered. I was like, cool. So I scroll fucking big ass papelote. And I'm like, all right, fucking 4 like caramel macchiato fraps, whatever it was called.
Yeah.
And then they had egg bites. They had breakfast sandwich. Dog, who eats at Starbucks?
Trash.
Like, my dog, you could have had McDonald's down the street. Like, what the fuck? Whatever. I bless them.
That's a good question, dog. Like, who the fuck is keeping Starbucks sandwiches in business? That's just so nasty,
that's
dog.
just crazy. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You know McDonald's is better.
It's all right.
McDonald's Egg McMuffin slaps way harder, dog.
Facts. It's for sure way better than McDonald's.
It's because you're already there.
Yeah, you're already there, so I've gotten it. I'm never like, oh, I'm going to go to Starbucks for a sandwich.
Yeah.
I'll be there and I'll be like, you know what? That looks good. Okay, I'll get it just to be full. I've never been like, damn, this is so delicious. I'm going to come back. Like
that makes sense because I go to McDonald's for like a whatever, Egg McMuffin or whatever. And then like, you know what? Let me get an icy Coke or a mocha frap, whatever. Yeah. I don't go there just because of that.
Exactly. So for sure, like it's high. But no way you're going there and you're ordering that, bro. Like in drive-thru. So you wanted to get that. You could have drove somewhere else. I order my food when I'm inside. That's why I get it. But it's like, whatever. And then I was like, okay, I paid it tight. Like, I hope they're happy, you know, whatever. I was like,
what's, I want to talk about a little bit before the podcast ends. Since, we're bigger fellas, big sexy boys and shit. Yeah. What are some of the, like, places you go to eat? What's your top 3, like, fancy restaurants, middle of the road, and then just fast food? What do you like to eat? Are you a picky eater?
Yeah. Or picky as in, like, yeah, no, I never gonna front. Yeah, I'm fucking picky, dog. I don't like pickles. So I don't like pickled anything. I can't eat spicy for shit.
Oh, no
That's the
spicy?
thing. No, so it's not like I'm really like against it. I just can't eat spicy stuff, bro.
Is it because of the taste or how it fucks you up?
Oh, it fucks me up. It's just spicy. It's just too spicy. I can't handle it, dog. Like anything spicy.
I love
can't handle
spicy
it.
food, dog.
I'm trying to get used to it. I think I'm gonna start doing clips of just me like trying spicy stuff and kind of like building up my shit, you know?
That'd be tight.
So I'll try to do that, but I can't handle it for shit. But I'll say I'm picky with that. I'm super picky with fish. I can't have anything like seafood besides like, dude, it's so stupid that I like shit that costs more. Like it's so dumb. It's not even me trying to be like, yeah, like no, but like I'm not trying to be bougie. It's just I like shrimp. I like lobster, like stuff like that. I fuck with, but like fish, I cannot do, bro. Like I can't. It looks good, but I cannot eat it. It grosses me out.
Damn.
So like it's food like that. But I say my top spots. I'll say like I like Jen. I like Korean barbecue.
Well, Korean barbecue.
Korean barbecue is so fucking good.
I'm gonna be honest, dog. I'm lazy, dog. I don't want to cook my own food.
Yeah.
I want to show up and just eat.
I like yeah, for sure. If I'm by myself, yeah, I'm not gonna go grill by myself. But if I'm with the homies, like or like with a girl or whatever, like I like to talk and just chat and just kind of grill and just chat it up. Like that's tight for me. But and just drink and just get fucked up and just eat. Yeah. So I think that's great. It's just unlimited because you just order whatever you want. And since I'm fucking big dude, I just love eating all that shit. So I'll get a bunch of plates. So I like doing that. Another fancy restaurant, damn, I can't even think. Like,
because to me, like, it's obviously like Mastro Steakhouse and stuff like that's cool. But there's also like Olive Garden, BJ's.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Fucking Cheesecake Factory, shit like that. Like, will you fuck with one of those?
Yeah, I love BJ's. I think BJ's is cool. I'll say BJ's like middle because it's like not like fancy, but it's a cool like fancy restaurant. So it's
not
like
McDonald's.
No, like I'm not gonna take it to no Jack in the Box. I'll take it to BJ's. It gets the job done. It gets you full. It looks nice. It's a nice little date. It's cool.
Cool vibes.
Yeah, but if you want to go on like, so you got money or really treat a girl, whatever. Like okay, you'll go to Mastro's, you go to Nobu and stuff like that, or like Din Tai Fung, stuff like that is cool too. Like I think that's type.
You been to Din Tai Fung? The one in the mall?
Yeah, Din Tai Fung. Yeah, I've been to that one.
I don't like it. You like it?
No, I like it. I think it's cool. I'm going soon. I think it's good, and it's not like crazy expensive. Like I went there and I thought, oh, it's gonna be like crazy expensive. Nah, bro, like it wasn't. It was like $10, $8 here. Like it racks up for sure, but you're not gonna spend. And I'm not saying it's cheap. I'm just saying it's not expensive like SDK or like Nobu. Like you're gonna spend some more fucking money on a plate. But I thought it was cool. I like the options. You got a bunch of like different kind of dumplings you get.
Yeah.
So I thought that was tight for sure. And maybe like
to me, it just didn't taste good. Like the dumpling, whatever the shell is, has no flavor on it.
Okay.
I put chile, I put salt, I put soy sauce.
Oh shit, yeah.
Nothing.
Well, I've also heard that you gotta know like what sauce to make. You make your own sauce. So I don't know how to do that. And I don't eat spicy, so that's why I didn't feel like it was missing anything.
Okay, that's why.
Because you like spicy, so
maybe that's
why.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But like for middle, like you said, BJ's, like Lucille, stuff like that is or like Famous Dave's is good too. So I think that's tight. And like for bottom, like Jack, bro. I think Jack is like one of my go-tos.
Okay. What's your order at Jack's?
My order at Jack's, they fucking took it out. It was a munchie meal, dog. Ooh. So it was a munchie meal, and I'll just get like I usually would get it in the morning. So
which munchie meal was it though?
It was a chicken tater melt. It was a chicken tater melt. So people that don't have Jack or don't know, no, it's a sandwich, and it has like a hash brown in it, and like a fried chicken.
I think that's one I got too.
It's good. So you get that one, and then it comes with obviously the 2 tacos and
fries.
Then the curly fries and the regular fries, and it comes with a drink. $8, like you can't beat it, bro.
Honestly, it's a good deal.
It's a really good deal, but now they made it like $10.99 or whatever, and now it's like
it's a Snoop deal. It's a Snoop Dogg deal.
Yeah, so it's
just like a hot dog or some shit.
Yeah, they're whack. They did something else, and they have other ones too, but it's just they don't have the one I wanted. And I'll say another go to that I even had today was Cane's too. Like Cane's is another good one that we're getting spots out there.
What's your order?
Out there, it depends on my mood. If I'm hungry, I'll get the 6. I ain't gonna lie, I'll get the 6 tender. but if I'm chilling, then I'll just get like the fucking the sandwich.
Are you fucking with the sauce?
Yeah, bro. Sauce. Don't even tell me about Chick-fil-A is better. All y'all people trying to say is, but no, it's not. Like, it's way fucking better. Eat a dick, dog. Straight up. Like,
do you substitute your coleslaw for another piece of bread? Yes. Hell yeah, that's a go-to move.
I don't. I'll either do the bread or I'll get extra fries.
Okay.
So, dude, I'm extra.
I don't like those fries, dog. Those fries are not it for me, dog.
Cane's?
I think the Five Guy fries are better.
Oh yeah, that's another fucking I think
the Cane's ones have no seasoning on them. It's just basic like microwave fries.
Yeah, that's true. It's just like regular like fries. I like it because I don't mind it because I'll just put in the sauce, so I don't care, and I'll pay for extra sauce.
If it was fast food drive-through, who has the best fries?
Damn. That's a little fast food. Okay, like what? Like okay, there's Jack, McDonald's, Cane's.
Carl's Jr., Burger King,
Carl's
Wendy's.
Carl's Jr.
Carl's Jr.
I think Carl's Jr. is more like potato like. It's more potato like. McDonald's is ass. In-N-Out's fucking horrible.
Yeah,
like
they're really
fuck
bad.
In-N-Out. Everybody knows that shit. That watches me knows I fucking hate In-N-Out.
Not even the double double.
It's cool. Double double.
Animal style.
No, I don't do animal style. It's
Have you
pickled.
tried it?
Yeah, but it's pickled. That's Thousand Island. It has pickled in it. So like, I don't do pickle. But still, even like, don't try to sell me In-N-Out with like not you, but like people like don't try to sell me In-N-Out with the sauce. Like it's In-N-Out. The burger, it's all right. I'm not. People think I hate In-N-Out. Like it's just whack to me. It's just not cool. Like yeah, like maybe I hate it a little. But
Are you anti-hype? Like you just hate things that are hyped
no,
up?
it's not that it's hype. It's that I'm like I said, I'm open to shit. So I'm really open with everything. So when I go and try it, yeah, it's good. Do I eat In-N-Out? Yeah. Will I continue eating? Yeah. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's better than like others. It's just overhyped, bro. They hype up. I hate when people hype up something that's basic. It's cool, but stop making it seem like you fucking need it. Like it's number one. No, it's not, bro.
I think it's good. It's not number one though. It's me.
No, it's good, but it's not better than Whataburger. Is for
I've
sure.
never been to Whataburger.
You gotta try it.
Where is there one?
Texas.
No wonder. Never been
It's
to
fun.
Texas.
I mean, well, because I travel and shit, so like I've gone to spots. So like for sure, I've had like Whataburger, and you don't need the sauce. Ain't got no fucking sauce. You could get barbecue, and they have like I think like spicy ketchup too. Like that's tight, but like the burger's good. It's a smash burger, so it's so much better, and it just beats In-N-Out, dog. That's the thing.
Before we get into traveling, like, what are your like underground spots? Maybe a little low key spot by your house that's not a chain, but somewhere you like to go a lot. Like, what kind of food do you like? Like, where do you go?
The spot that has my heart is George's Burgers. George's Burgers is a spot in Fontana that it's not even about the food, dog. Like
It's old school?
It's old school. It's cool, and it's just a spot that I love to go to. Like it's just good food. It's all around good food, and you can't go get that at McDonald's. You can't go get that like at another spot. It's just a little diner. Or we also have Red Hill Cafe, and it's cash only. It's just straight up.
What is
old.
that? What do they serve there?
No, you never been there. So it's yeah, you're from here. So like Red Hill is literally like a cafe, bro. Like from back then, like it's like a 50s diner, just straight up old school. And they got big ass food. So they literally have like you get a pancake and it's like this, bro. Like it's huge. It's like $9, $10. It's just huge as fuck. And they have big ass burritos. Like you're gonna go home full no matter what. I go home full. You're gonna go home full for sure. You know?
Hell yeah.
Like if I tell you it'll get you full, it'll get you full. You're like, damn, that's a big ass food. Like facts. What's your go to like? What's your tiers? Like you said, like fancy and middle.
Well, I like steak, dog. I'll get a tomahawk steak from like my girl loves going to Mastro's and shit. She's a Mastro's girl, so Mastro's steaks. Middle of the tier, Olive Garden low key smacks.
Yeah.
I like Olive Garden, dog. Another middle tier, Lucille's we've been going to lately, but honestly, dog, it's not the best. I don't know. Sometimes it's hit or miss. It's hit or miss. And then fast food, dog. I love Wendy's. Wendy's is my favorite. But I'll fuck a little bit with like McDonald's because my son loves McDonald's.
Yeah.
So we're already there. Might as well fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not the guy that's gonna go get one thing from everywhere else. Like, hell no, we're already here. Let's do it. I grew up loving Jack in the Box. The Jack in the Box right here by my house is 24 hours. After flyer parties, after the club, that's where everyone used to end up. So those fucking tacos and shit, like 99 cents tacos, can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
But I was fucking heavy with the munchie meal too when it first came out. Bro, bomb.
It's all there too. Like it's just in the box. And I hate people that be like, oh, those tacos are great. Like, dog, stop trying to tell me about like food that I regret the next day. Like I wake up and I'm like, oh, those tacos fucking fucked me up.
Or Taco Bell. Like it tastes good when you eat it, but afterwards you're fucked.
Yeah, like I'm not going on a fucking jog and hitting that shit at 2 p.m., dog. I'm going after a fucking club. I'm going after a party. Like I'm hitting that shit after a concert. And I'm just drunk as fuck eating those tacos. And like to a point where I wake up and I'm like, did I even eat last night? Like, I eat that shit after a fucked up ass night. Don't try to tell me. I'm not expecting to fucking get a fancy ass restaurant food from here. Like,
have you? Do you guys have Albert's or Alberto's over there?
Alberto's, yeah. So
I like Alberto's.
Alberto's is so fucking good, and they have the same shit like in other states. Like they have like Filiberto's, like Alberto's, Alberto's.
Did you know that it used to be owned by this guy named Alberto, and then he died and gave it to his two sons. And then his son, so they split the business right in the middle. So one of them is the older brother has Albert's and the little brother has Alberto's. That's why everything looks the same, but the names are just a little bit different.
Oh, I didn't know that shit. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it started off as Alberto's. That's the original one.
Yeah, the dad owned it.
Yeah.
I thought that was a cool story. And then their food's good, dog.
Yeah, it's good as fuck,
solid.
bro. I only get the carne asada fries. That's all I get from there.
So they have the menu's crazy, dog. They have so many good things. Well, they have a lot of things. I haven't tried everything. They have the. Have you seen the macho burrito?
No, what is it?
It's like this big.
Oh shit! I didn't know they had all that.
Fucking burrito. This is like
What
$20.
the fuck? From Alberto's?
It's three tortillas. Three tortillas.
God damn.
Big ass, you can fucking, you're eating it and the shit's still like on the table.
What the fuck? That's crazy. Yeah, so Alberto's fucking pulls up. Like, it's just some good ass shit, man. But like I said, I've just been to like different places.
Talk about traveling. I think we got a couple minutes left. Yeah, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So what's up with traveling? You be traveling a lot.
So I started doing I just started like traveling, just trying to get to know places. I just love like really just trying to get to know places. You know, just try different food, like the scenery and stuff like that. I hope to like one day get like a YouTube like thing going on with it, but just for now I'm just recording and just kind of like just seeing how it is, just seeing how the vibes are with traveling. And I love traveling. I've always loved traveling. I love planes. I love flying. I love turbulence, dog. Like, I love the whole thing. Like, people are scared of turbulence. Like, I'm there. Like, I just got back from Miami last week, and like I was on a plane coming back, and it shook like a motherfucker because it was raining and we're going through the clouds. So we're like 30,000 feet up in the air, and it's shaking, and people are crying because they're scared. I'm like, dog, shut the fuck up, stop crying. I know it's scary. We're fucked. If it falls, we're fucked. Like, what can you do? Why are you gonna cry? I'm enjoying the ride. I'm here. What can I complain about? So I love that shit. I definitely recommend it for anybody that wants to do it. Do it. I just came back from doing it alone. I like traveling alone. I like do it. It's really empowering to fucking go and do it alone. I love that shit.
I've been to Miami. Miami's the farthest I've ever been to it. I was there for like a bachelor party.
Okay.
And honestly, dog, it was fucking beautiful. It was dope. It felt a little bit weird being in a Latin community where there's no Mexicans because it's all Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Dominicans. It felt a little bit weird.
Yeah.
But I also enjoyed it. I had a good time.
It's tight. I love it. I think the furthest I've been was Hawaii or Mexico. But yeah, those are spots I want to do. I have Japan coming up next year, so that's gonna be far. So we'll see how fucking.
Yeah, we gotta have you back on when you go to Japan and shit.
I'm done.
Well, thanks, dog. Thanks, I appreciate you for pulling up on the podcast and shit, driving all the way from Fontana and shit. Yeah. So make sure you guys watch them on Ponte Las Pilas. Let them know where they can find you and stuff.
So you can find me on Ponte Las Pilas. We drop every Wednesday at 4 a.m. We drop it all the time. You can see us on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. You can find us on all platforms. And a big shout out to the homie Lalo and Dreams and Gazelle and Tito from the podcast. And I appreciate everybody tuning in that came from Ponte Las Pilas. And I appreciate everybody tuning in that came from Lit Outlet. Yeah, and I appreciate you all. And my handles on all my social medias are all the same. It's POP Johnny.
That's right. Again, thank you so much. Thank you guys for watching. Turn up, pull up, stay lit. We love you guys. Peace.
Let's go.